Hello dear children, this is A. Mani Sharma, your favorite maths teacher, and we shall continue with parallel lines part 11. In this video, we shall go through few more concepts which we have already learnt and refresh ourselves and recapitulate all the skills we have already learnt. Let's see what is given in brain teaser question number 2. In the given figure, lines L parallel M. Children, see here, lines L parallel M. See, these are the lines. This is L, this is M, and this is N. Okay. And P parallel Q parallel R. See, this is line P, this is line Q, and this is line R. Okay. Now, if angle 1 is 85, see, this is the angle 1. Look here, this is angle 1 and this is equal to 85 degrees. You have to find angle X, angle Y, angle Z, angle T, angle S and angle U. Now, let us see how we can do all these things. L parallel M, if you can see properly, see, this is L and this is parallel to M. And then this is also parallel to N. And one more thing you have to look over here, P parallel Q parallel R. Now if you properly observe here, you'll see that this forms a parallelogram. This forms a parallelogram. Let me show you. Look here. See here. This forms a parallelogram because see, L parallel M and P parallel Q. So 1 and Z, angle 1 and Z, angle 1 and angle Z form opposite angles of a parallelogram. Opposite angles of a parallelogram. Parallelogram. Why? Because opposite sides are parallel. You can see, because L parallel M and P parallel Q. Now from here you can say that angle Z is, so angle Z is equal to 85 degree. Once you got the value of angle Z, you can see is that X equal to Z. See here, X equal to Z because X and Z are corresponding angles. Now this is, now second part is angle X is equal to angle Z, that is equal to 85 degree. Why? Because both of them are, because they are forming, they are corresponding angles. Okay, they are corresponding angles. Now children, look at this angle. Look at this angle. This is forming linear pair with X. Okay, let us say this is angle 2. So angle 2, X plus angle 2 will be equal to how much? 180 degree because it is forming linear pair. Okay, it is forming linear pair. So angle 2 will be equal to 180 minus angle X, and that is 180 minus, how much was your X? X was equal, so that will give you how much? 95 degree. So angle 2 is 95. Now see angle 2 and angle Y. Look at angle 2 and angle Y. Both of them are forming corresponding angles. So angle 2 equal to angle Y equal to 95 degree. They are corresponding angles. They are corresponding angles. Similarly, you can see here this Y and this T, they are forming co-interior angles. Y and T are forming co-interior angles. So if you add Y and T, let me clear the board first. So Y and T, Y plus T, angle Y plus angle T is equal to 180 degree because they are co-interior angles. Okay. So what you know about this? You know that Y, we have just calculated, Y is 95. So 95 degrees plus angle T will give you 180 degrees. So angle T is equal to 180 minus 95. That will again give you 85 degrees. Now you are left with U. See children, U and T are again forming co-interior angles. See, L parallel N, and this R is acting as transversal. So angle U plus angle T is equal to 180 degree. They are co-interior. So what you will get? T is 85. So angle U will be equal to 95 degree. So this is how you have calculated all the angles given in this particular figure. Number 3, draw a line segment. Draw a line segment AB equal to 7.6 centimeter. Okay, first you have to draw a line segment of 7.6 centimeter. Without constructing parallel lines at A and B, find 3 points P, Q and R on AB such that AP equal to PQ equal to QR equal to RB. Now children, try to understand. Till now we have been drawing these parallel lines to divide a given line segment into the given ratio or into number of parts as told. But now here it is said that we should not construct parallel lines. Without constructing parallel lines, we have to find out 3 points P, Q and R on AB. That means if we have AB, then we need to have 3 points P, Q and R such that AP equal to PQ equal to QR equal to RB, means all these partitions should be equal. Now let us see how we can do this. Now children, what is step 1? In the first step, we have to draw a line segment of length 7.6 centimeters. So let us see it will start from here 0 and then we will move forward to draw a line segment of length 7.6 centimeters. Yes, okay, we have reached for 7.6 centimeters. Now what we have to do? We have to divide this line. First, let us divide this line in the ratio 1 by 2. See, if let me give this name as A and B. This is equal to 7.6 centimeters. Okay. Now let us take a compass. Okay. Let us take a compass. Put it at one point. That is at A. Let us put it at A. Now measure more than half of your line segment and make an arc. So let us make an arc from here on both the sides. Okay. Now take your compass to the next side, and then again without changing the length, without changing the measure, again make one arc. Okay, again make one arc which will cut your initial arc at 2 points. Now you have got 2 points here, 1 point here and 1 point here. Now take your measuring ruler and then what you'll do? You'll just join these 2 points. Join these 2 points. Now see, this is how we have joined these 2 points. So you were supposed to have 3 points, that is P, Q and R. You were supposed to have P, Q and R. So this will be the middle point, that is Q. Now we have to divide BQ into 2 parts and AQ into 2 parts. Now let us repeat the same thing again. Now see, we have again taken the compass, kept at B, and now again we will rotate it after taking more than half of BQ on the compass, and then what we will do, we will make an arc. We will make an arc. And now again keep this compass at Q. Put it at Q and again do the same thing. Do the same thing. Now see, you'll get 2 points above AB and below AB, that is this point and this point. Let me take another color so that it will be easy for you to locate. Now see, here you have got 1 point and here you have got 1 point. And if you join these 2 points, you will again get a point on AB. Now join these 2 points and see, join these 2 points, you will get be equal to R. This point will be equal to your R. Okay, this will be equal to your R. Now again you will do the same thing for AQ. You will find out a midpoint for AQ using the same steps. You will keep this here at this point and then you'll take more than half of AQ. Now see, here we are getting more than half only. We are taking more than half of AQ, then we shall lock it and then we will make the arc. Okay, see, this way we will be making the arc. Again we will carry this to this side Q and then we will keep this here and then again we will make the arc. Okay, now again see, this is small arc, so let us do it again. Okay, now see, again we have got 2 points, 1 point here and 1 point above and 1 point below. So what we will do, we will just mark these points and then we shall join it. So when we will join it, we will get a line like this. Okay, now children, you can see that we have got all the 3 points. This is your P, this is your Q and this is your R. And you can see that all the points AP, PQ and QR and RB will be equal. This AP will be equal to PQ and PQ will be equal to QR and QR will be equal to RB. This way you can do the construction without drawing parallel lines.